Alright, so how y'all doing? We're super doing well now. In today's video, this isn't going to be a patch notes video. I'm just starting off here because what is this Netmarble? How can you show off this for so many weeks in a row, thinking that we're going to finally sync up with the JP version? And it's like, what is this? This is our update. It's Valentine's Day at the point of recording this video, and you're really going to give us this? Like, no Molescular, no. Aren't they meant to be having a festival drop on the JP version within the next two updates? So shouldn't we be getting like the pre-fest update now and then like have that synced with the global version? I don't know what I'm talking about. This just doesn't really seem like an update to me. But anyways, enough about me ranting. Let's go on to the PvP video. But anyways, here we are, and using a unit which I haven't used in a hot minute, and especially the only reason I haven't used them in so long is because just how much they've fallen off. Like, don't get me wrong, we have got the Trader MELIODAS, which instantly makes it so there's no reason in the world to use Assault Mode MELIODAS, but pretty much ever since Barn has come out, man just gets straight up one-tapped by like level 1 Heart Crusher cards. So we are using him in ungeared PvP just because I feel like he might do a little bit better. You can't have units on attack crit sets and just have him one-tapped. And I was looking at a team to build, and I saw we had the Sigurd and the Arthur here, and MELIODAS also has an Amplify card, so I figured why not? We'll run this. If you guys don't know what the Assault Mode MELIODAS does, his first card here inflicts rupture damage equal to 250% of attack on all enemies. The second card here inflicts amplify damage equal to 450% of attack on one enemy. The ultimate, which we do have 6/6, increases basic stats by 50% for 3 turns and inflicts damage equal to 525% of attack on all enemies. The passive here, which is a good passive, it's a little unfortunate that it won't work for the Arthur in here, but if all allies in the battle are demon or those with commandments, increase own stats by 5% and decreases defense-related stats of all enemies by 15% for 2 turns. When ally takes damage from attacks during the enemy's turn, limit up to 5 times. So yes, having Arthur does kind of stuff up the whole passive, but it is what it is. If you are running this guide in geared and you do have him 6/6, I would highly recommend a HP defense set. HP crits, sorry. Giving him HP just gives him that a little bit more survivability, which is also why I'd recommend, if you have the new green Sariel, use them as an association as well, just to make it so your opponent doesn't do as much damage. But you build up his passive, you get the debuffs on the opponent, you get the buffs on yourself, and then the second you crit with his ultimate, like even on a HP set, he's still one tap, so you're all right in that mark. And then going over to the cosmetics here, of course, max outfit and a max headpiece. And when it comes to the weapon, he is still missing his 5th headpiece. We have had new festival after new festival get a 5th weapon, and our Assault Mode MELIODAS is still here. We've even started getting like the workshop costumes for Ragnarok characters, and this man is still stuck here with 4 cosmetics. But anyways, this is the team we're running today, and let's jump right into it. Alright, and let's see it. Our first opponent, a Matrona in PvP. I definitely do think I've actually run this team a little while ago. I did definitely do at least one showcase where I used the Matrona in PvP, but let's see here. I mean, not too terrible a starting hand. Can I just completely get rid of Margaret right off the bat here? Let's see. Just in case, actually, they are using dodge food as well. I'm gonna try my hardest not to fall for it, because I did have one showcase in this team where, like, I think it was with the red Escanor, where, like, I did the buff and everything, and there you go. I mean, I highly doubt he'll manage to kill with just one card there. I mean, if he crit, or even, yeah, if he crit, we definitely would have killed there. But hey, I'm still happy with the kind of damage we got out there. Probably should have used like a Sigurd AoE card. Probably would have been a little bit better, but let's see what we can do here. Unfortunately, the Breath of Bless is going to cleanse off all the debuffs, but that's alright, it's alright. We can work around it. The Margaret's lost so much health to the point where, like, if she doesn't lifesteal any in this next turn, we have pretty much... I don't reckon she's going to be able to survive. With the fact that he's buffing himself as well, this AoE card, being the Rupture effect is going to do just a tad bit more damage there. But unfortunately as well, having the Tauntaun Matrona, do I go for the double Sigurd attack? I think I might, in all honesty, just to make sure the Margaret's dead. Once she's dead, I feel like we don't have a problem. Even if he has something like the one Escanor come to the front, Margaret is definitely a lot more of a threat than the one is, that's for sure, especially on a team like this. But throwing that card out there, surely we kill? Yeah, okay, perfect. Not a crazy amount of damage from the level 1, but that card at level 3 can, like, easily one-tap entire teams if we got the buff. But there we go, starting off with a forfeit. But hey, I mean, who knows, maybe we can just not face a single Barn team throughout the entire showcase, and I could make the team just look absolutely insane. Starting off again with the level 2 Rupture card, this is definitely scary. Going up against this second is probably the worst thing that could happen for us. This Arthur as well, not having like a taunt or anything, is a little unfortunate. However, just in the way this team works and everything, you do obviously. This card here is really, really good. Those extra 3 buffs, definitely help out a lot, that's for sure. Starting off going straight for the Assault Mode Meliodas. I doubt he can tank, yeah, especially him getting double flood cards. The chances is Trader Meliodas just cleans up here. He didn't? Really? Okay, damn. I mean, everyone's got the... Oh, well... Is that a blue buff or is that a grey buff on the... That's... Okay, no, that's his passive buff. Never mind. Rank up Meliodas. Let's go 1 and 2. I'm really hoping that can kill the Trader Meliodas, especially since he has the buff on him. Let's see. Oh, damn. We are just not doing enough damage. Jesus. Okay. I mean, almost killing as well. Like, if we could just be critting with these single target cards, I feel like we'd be good to go. But at the same time, I do really like the idea of actually having the Green Sariel Association. I haven't been able to use the association in pretty much any of these videos, and it was definitely something I wanted to, like, after I finished going ahead and using the Green Sariel and all of, like, the front, like, pretty much in all of his teams, I did want to go ahead and do a couple of showcases with him as a link, because I definitely feel like that Grace is a very useful Grace, especially for, I feel like Assault Mode Meliodas is one of the characters that is going to benefit the most from that. Like, I mean, look at him, the fact that he's taking this many hits, that low on HP, I doubt he'll survive the AoE here, but point still stands. Do the debuffs, I believe they actually stay there? No, okay, I was wrong. I mean, there's not much we can do here. We'll get rid of Gotha. With actually using this team in, like, today's video and yesterday's video, Sigurd has been just going absolutely ridiculous. Like, if he does just as well today as he did yesterday, watch him just go ahead and completely, like, almost take away all of Gotha's HP in just, like, this one level 1 card. Yeah, look at that. Why showcase other units? Like, man hasn't even got, like, an attack gear set, and he's just going berserk. But yeah, I was just super bummed out because I was super looking forward to the Valentine's Day Moleskula and just, like, all the showcase I wanted to do with her and whatnot. And I don't know, though, apparently the unit's really good for the deer as well, and I wanted to give that a shot. The fact that the deer has already rolled around and I already have to go through all of that pain once again, that is depressing to say the least. With how squishy King actually is, I feel like this is probably going to be one of the best chances we get to actually finish him right off the bat. Although in saying that, he's taking just as much damage as Margaret. Dude, if we could just... If Melee had his 5th weapon, I'm telling you, he would be killing everyone right off the bat turn 1 here. And it's not like we can push him any further. Like, he doesn't have gear, so you don't have to worry about even min-maxing on, like, the base rolls of everything. We have all of his cosmetics completely maxed out, and, like, he's max level, max super awakened, like... It's just so unfortunate. Let's see, what's he gonna go for? Rank up into Margaret, we're gonna see the Breath of Bless coming. Level 3 Breath of Bless, okay. I mean, we're gonna get rid of King at least. That's a huge thing, but... I just still feel like the Rupture isn't gonna do, like, a crazy amount of damage. We could actually rush his ultimate. Might be a play. Why not? I think we might go for this instead. Who do I want to kill? I'll definitely go for killing you, actually. Please don't kill King with this AoE. There you go. Perfect. 120,000? 80,000. Okay, that's alright. I'm not too used to, like, the ungeared numbers either. I feel like I've been playing it a lot more as of recent, which is kind of nice, but I don't know. I usually try and stick to geared PvP, but I just feel like this man would get absolutely squashed if otherwise. And let's see, a whole bunch of other cards, which I really did not want to have. And he has level 3 Holy Blade card, so he's pretty much going right back to full HP. I mean, maybe we could kill Gotha. The second we stop that kind of passive stack building up, and if he rushes to Gotha ultimate, of course, we're gonna have to try and kill Gotha there. Just don't kill anyone. That's the only problem I have with this team. Like, it's so offensive, but the second, like, your DPS unit doesn't just absolutely clean up everyone, it's not the most defensive team in the world, which is why characters like the new Festival King are so insanely good. And I mean, the Meliodas as well, with the fact that you can just build up those grey debuffs, the grey buffs, sorry. Man, that unit is just so goddamn good. So in love with that unit, but let's see. I'm feeling if we can get a crit with Sigurd, Gotha is pretty much just good, but in saying that, there is the level 3 Breath of Bless we have to worry about. Look at that, and he still almost just completely wipes there. God damn, if only we had, like, a couple more melee cards that turn, I reckon we easily could have rid of Gotha, but... Do we die to the Gotha ultimate here? I feel like we're gonna be alright. Not many people actually have dupes for the Halloween Gotha. I do actually think on the JP version, they released a pack. It was a fairly expensive pack, but you could actually buy just, like, a copy of Halloween Gotha, or a dupe if you already had them, but... I mean, not the greatest match. Let's get on to the next one. I feel like there's been really long loading screens as well as of recent, but a Kyo team, okay. chance of me killing anyone right off the bat here is extremely like. Don't get me wrong, the damage reduction or anything hasn't popped in, but let's see. Type disadvantage. Actually, why not? We'll go for Escanor instead. I feel like Escanor has low enough, from memory, he has low enough crit resistance that we might be able to. Yeah, you see, we're actually getting. I mean, we're getting crits on everyone there. Still no crit. Man, if you could either A, have a 5th weapon, or B, just have like a better crit chance, Mans would actually be viable in all honesty, but he's just not making the cut. The fact that he can't cleanse here as well is really nice for us because we can keep up those Cyril debuffs. Granted, we only have 2 at the moment, but it'll just at least help counteract the melee passive building with the blue buffs he gets from the single targets. But let's see, going for the Arthur. Okay, I feel like Arthur's gonna be fairly tanky. If that crits. Oh no, he's actually holding up pretty well. If the melee doesn't crit here on either of the single targets, we live. Yeah, look at that. There we go. He's not critting either, so maybe it's not an Assault Mode MELIODAS thing and more just our units are trash. Let's see. Let's go 1. Yeah, I can get rid of Escanor with you there. And let's go 2, I suppose. We're not really going to worry about the ignites. They can worry about the ignites later. They're not the biggest priority. Let's see. We do have a couple buffs as well. That helping out Sigurd as well with the Amplify buffs is really good. If we could also get a Alpha level 2 guard and get everyone buffed up, that'd be really nice. There we go. Another not crit from MELIODAS, but I mean, we've got his straight MELIODAS really, really low. Zodras obviously coming in the back. If you're using Kyo, you're using Zodras. That's just the way it is. And it looks like we might actually lose the buffs there, which is perfect. We can go ahead and rebuff him up. Get rid of the trade MELIODAS. And once it's these 2, I feel like we should be fine. Unless I actually want to kill Kyo instead. Oh no, going for the Alpha. Okay. Removes the Holy Relic effect from us. That's a little unfortunate. We do get to keep the Sigurd buffs just for 1 more turn. And look at that. The fact that like his melee's this many turns in. He's got what? He's got like a fair few single target buffs on him. And he's still tanking at this level. My oh my. This is about to be a lot of that. I actually didn't think we'd be able to get the ult off in this video. 1, 2, and you know what? I really do want to win the match, but going for this just for maximum damage is definitely the way to go. Okay, what do we reckon? It's been a hot minute since I've actually gotten one of these ultimates off. The 50% buff kicks in as well. Honestly, one of the best animations in the game as well for an ultimate. I mean, I kind of got the feeling it wasn't going to kill, but man, it's just, I couldn't not. It's probably going to be the last chance we get that ultimate in the video. And as long as we survive the Kyo ultimate here, I feel like we should be fine. We've got quite a few. Actually, we've only got 2 of those. Maybe the ultimate doesn't actually count towards the effect. Going for Sigurd as well. Okay. Maybe he's just scared of the ultimate. Maybe he didn't think I didn't have any melee cards. We've baited him. I'm just kidding. Let's see. Gets rid of the Sigurd there. That's alright. We still have a couple buffs. Actually, no. We only have the... That's alright. The second we get rid of Trade MELIODAS here, we should be fine. So go ahead and 1, 2, and then fingers crossed that kills. Oh yeah, look at that. We win the match. GG. Can we please hit a crit for this final one? Oh well. That's right, it is what it is. There's no way he can bring back this match, even with how many ignites he's got. So there we go, another successful match. Honestly, if we can just stay showcasing like this, I feel like we'll be alright. As long as we just have those turns where we can let him build up past like the 2nd or 3rd turn, that's when he really starts to show. But with just how powerful and offensive some of these units are nowadays, he just doesn't get that much time. Alright, I think I'm going to do this match in just one more match. A King Chandler team. Honestly, Chandler's such a fun unit to run, especially in ungeared. I feel like he just does that, like, he takes just that tiny bit better, which really makes him pop off. Let's see though, can we finally kill someone right off the bat, please? I mean, even if we could just get a couple crits on the Rupture card even, I feel like it'd be enough, but look at that, it's just not happening. And then just shy once again. Yeah, definitely if he got his 5th weapon, I feel like he'd be able to get enough damage. Us also lowering his damage is going to make his King Shield even weaker, so hopefully we can actually break the shield with just the Rupture card here, and then we can easily finish off with these Sigurd cards. Sigurd is still like such a strong unit. As long as you build him HP defense, like do not make the mistake that I made and build him attack crit. From now on, if any like kind of supporting units like him or Kyo come out, I'm going to make sure that I build them properly. In saying that, I did say that for like the longest time, and then Terry came out and I also built him attack crit when he should easily be HP defense. I don't know what I'm thinking half the time, in all honesty, but there we go. Break the shield there. And then this one should finish off King, if I'm not mistaken. There we go. Nice 50,000 on King there. Also remove the shield, even though we didn't really need it. And Escanor going to the front. I might actually go ahead. I feel like when we rank up the Sigurd, even though this is a flood card, sorry, we can one tap the Escanor and then one tap the Gotha. Really gonna put up the taunt with Chandler. And you're gonna block skill effects. Does that? It only blocks skill effects, so we'll still get the actual like activation from the attack buff. So I am still gonna go ahead and use the Sigurd buff here on the Arthur buff, sorry, on Sigurd. One, and then I might actually go ahead and save the melee card just in case we get another Arthur buff in one of these next turn. But if you see, as long as you can like play your cards, right? And granted, he didn't use any king cards. So I am thinking this is a bot. There's no way you don't kill Chandler here, right? Ah, dude, that is disappointing. That was a 2-star as well, so he ended up taking quite a bit of damage. Okay, geez. Actually in quite a bad spot now. If the units were just like, I don't know, maybe this team just doesn't synergize well. If you guys do have any teams that are just a slight bit better for Assault Meliodas, hey, if we had got the new Molescula, this team would be with her instead, but we can't. Global just doesn't want us to happen. Doesn't want it to happen, sorry. Oh yeah, the chance of me killing here are extremely low. Let's go for this. I'm just hoping that, I mean, we are type advantage there, so I have like real high hope that it'll kill. And then surely Sigurd crits with this one. Oh, okay, there you go. Yeah, no, we get rid of Gotha as well. You see, the second we start hitting the crits, maybe I should chuck Death Pierce in the back. Maybe that's the go. But there's all just increasing the damage to the point where if we don't crit, it's like just as valuable. Well, no, we'll just get on to the final match. Let's see how it goes. Here we go, let's see our final victim. And I actually went to do a match before this, and the loading time went on for that long that it ended up just saying opponent disconnected, refinding battle. Okay, did get the merger on Escanor there. If we could politely get the crit here, is it actually better if we go for... This increases Extort's attack and defense. It's not defense related stats, okay. Might actually be better if we go for double single target, and honestly. Is that the go? Have I just been like misplaying pretty much every single starting turn here? Especially if like, I feel like Sigurd has probably got like a slightly better crit chance than Melee. I mean, that was close. That was definitely close. Although in doing that, we also didn't put that extra melee debuff on the opponent. So, I mean, as long as he survives this next turn, we can just pretty much spam that card there. We already do have the Sigurd debuff on him as well, the Extort. So, building up the Sariel passive there, or the Sariel Grace, sorry, going to be really, really nice. And look, he's still tanking fairly well. Granted, it is type advantage, and I mean, even that, like, he only has like the 1-star Arthur buff on him. That's what I mean, like, units just tank so much better in Ungeared. It's so good. Let's see here, though. Throwing these three out, gonna easily be able to kill the Escanor, and we'll also get quite a bit of lifesteal, I feel, as well. I mean, it's not terrible, and especially like at his time, I feel like Goddess This was still fairly common in the front, so it was nice being able to just get rid of the shields. Honestly, any Rupture units back in the day, like that's why Ludociel to me was such a good and such a unit to invest in, because he's just so insanely offensive, and not having to deal with the Goddess's shield is crazy. But like, even looking at Meliodas now, he's like, what? This Assault Mode is like a year and a half old now, which is absurd to think. I still remember when the game dropped and like having the first banner come out and me getting the Merlin, or it wasn't, I think it was the Freeze Merlin, yes, and I ended up getting around like 2 or 3 multis and I was super happy, and one of my friends just got massively sharp, like the whole first 3 multis and like first 3 banners, sorry. Terrible luck. He's trading Meliodas lifesteal back to full. This is what I mean, like you can't have units like this Assault Mode Meliodas. You can't try and use units like that and then just have units like this. Like, they don't coexist together. Like, this man right here is dominating the Assault Mode Meliodas any day of the week. Like, without fail, in any game mode, in any PvP, in any showcase. Even if you just put him by himself, honestly, against some Trader Meliodas teams, unless you're versing like a Chandler or something, because obviously you're just going to attack into the counter and just get absolutely stomped. Also, Sigurd killing Melee there, I wasn't even really paying a lot of attention. That's impressive, to say the least. And we get the forfeit to wrap up the video. Not bad. And there we go, that just about does it for today's showcase. Honestly, I did expect this showcase to kind of just be like a me trashing on Melee the whole time. He actually did a lot better than I expected him to do. Probably due to the fact that we didn't come up against any Barn teams, but like he was easily tanking, or like he was tanking fairly well against most of those Trader Melee hits. And like even when characters like Escanor or Trader Meleos, granted he does have type advantage against Escanor, but he was still tanking really, really well. So once again, if you do have it, especially if you have him 6/6, please build him on a HP crit. I just feel like that's the best option. You get the ultimate, he still one taps in gear just because of that crit. So I mean, hey, still a really, really fun unit. Honestly, it's one of the like best metas we were in, just because like pretty much even when they released, the commandments were just not used whatsoever. So him being able to bring back some of those characters, Red Molescula, Monspit, anything like that, was super, super fun. And I really do hope they bring in more characters like this, where, you know, oh look, you're meant to use a full team of demons, full team of unknown character, stuff like that. But I mean, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please hit like button, subscribe. Really means a lot to me, and I'll see you guys for some more Grand Cross content.